Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of the SMU Death Penalty Dynasty here in NCAA Football 2006. This is James coming back at you with more commentary, and today, the number 1 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, are hosting the 6-1 number 14 Nebraska Cornhuskers here at Ford Stadium in Dallas, Texas. This is probably our last real big test of the regular season. Last year, Nebraska in our one trip to Lincoln, Nebraska gave us everything that we wanted. The winner of this game will be in the driver's seat for the Big 12 North. It could obviously get a little bit sticky because Nebraska still has to play Colorado at the end of the year. But if we win this game, that's just about all moot. Unless we found a way to lose to both Kansas State and Missouri, then things get weird, but I don't see that happening. We'll see what happens, though. Trey Caraway, 84 catches, nearly 1,700 yards and 24 touchdowns. Had another big day last week against Kansas. He's going to look to repeat that success here today against Nebraska. Nebraska has a lot of weapons. They still got a very good 9-9 overall quarterback. They do not quite have the punch offensively that they did last year. Specifically, they do not have the impact running back they did last year, Mackey, that absolutely destroyed us. So we'll see what Nebraska is able to do. They're still very talented offensively and defensively right off the bat here. They're going to pitch this ball after the running back Hill, and he loses 4. So the 9-9 overall quarterback Lawrence, he's going to throw this ball, and that one is lucky to come back. That one is incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for Nebraska right off the bat here. Lawrence on a shotgun left hash. He's going to fire left, and he's going to find Fuller, and he's drugged forward. Do they get him the spot? No, they say he only picked up 11. So Nebraska's going to go 3 and out. We're going to get this ball right back, and Jakari Brown's going to find some space right up the gut and pick up about 4. Clark under center. Right hash, surveys. He's going to throw to the left here. He's got Bryant Holt. Didn't have much going on last week, but gets on the board here early. Nice catch for a first down, Clark. Surveys. He's going to throw left this time to Isaac Jones. He's not able to bring that in. 2nd and 10, under center. Clark right hash. Fires, looks, and he's got Drayton Anderson, but Drayton Anderson does not pick up much there. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Shotgun right hash. Clark surveys, looks. He's got Trey Caraway wide open and just overthrows him. My goodness, there was nobody out there. If he underhands the ball to him, it's a big play. As it is, we go for it on 4th and 10. We go to Drayton Anderson, who does a fantastic job getting a foot down here. Again, I think we were a little bit on tilt after the 3rd and 10 miss, so I decided to go for it. Drayton Anderson bails us out. So thanks, Drayton. Appreciate you, boss. 1st and 10 at the Nebraska 21. We throw short, and we get hit as we throw, and that ball comes up short. So 2nd and 10 under center. Clark's going to survey. He's going to look. He's going to fire to the left of Trey Caraway, who brings it in. 10-5 touchdown, Trey Caraway. 1 drive, 1 touchdown, and a 21-yard score for number 21. Another big-time play for Trey Caraway. We throw this ball outside. Looks like it's going to take us out of bounds. Nope. We're fine. Trey Caraway cuts upfield. The DB's in no man's land, and that is 7 points for SMU in a big-time top 15 matchup here at home at Ford Stadium. 7-0 SMU. Nebraska gets back to work on the pro set. Hands off to Hill, who tries a couple of moves, spins twice, but still isn't able to pick up much. He maybe got a yard or 2 there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8. Offset, Lawrence under center. Fires to the left. Has the fullback, but the fullback's not able to bring that one in. 3rd and long again. Nebraska, Lawrence, shotgun. Fires short to the tight end low. Lowe's not able to pick up the first down, so 2 drives and 2 3-and-outs for Nebraska. We go back to work here. We're fading way deep. We try to go to Trey Caraway, who tries to get a foot down and just about pull it off, but not quite. We get man coverage. It's Freddie Wilson, has 40, has midfield, 40, 35, and is pushed out of bounds finally at the Nebraska 27-yard line. Big-time play. They're going to run a delayed blitz here with the strong safety, and Yarno eats us alive. He came on a weird blitz, and it was delayed, and it was perfectly timed. It's a huge loss. You try to get some yards on the run. That it's 3rd and 27. We're going to fire deep here to Drayton Anderson, who brings it in. Good-looking play there by Drayton Anderson. There is a flag on the play, but still, it's a big-time gain there for Drayton Anderson, and he bails us out on a 3rd and forever. You love to see it. Great-looking play there. Matt Rule is not happy. Clark doesn't get the look he wants under center, so he's going to take it himself. Touchdown, Eric Clark on the ground. You don't see that very often from the 6'2", 250-pounder. He's still got wheels. People forget that this kid's got 78 speed. He can do some stuff out of the pocket. and he picks up a touchdown there. 1st and 10, Hill bowls over Raheem Scott en route to a really nice gain, pick up a 6. Lawrence under center. He's going to fire left. He's going to have his man Jasmine, and Jasmine picks up a 1st down. So Nebraska's first down of the game. They're going to go play action with Lawrence. They're going to fire short. We're going to go back to Jasmine, and he picks up another 1st down. So 2 plays, 2 1st downs for the number 13 receiver Jasmine. They're going to go counter, and that one is eaten alive there. Great play by Nate Mills to blow that up. It's a loss of 3. They're going to go play action again, and they're going to go down for a sack again. Janari Dixon continues to add numbers to his stat total here in the replacement role of Nigel Barnes. Another sack for him. 3rd and 20. Nebraska's going to fire the screen to Baker, and that's going nowhere fast. That is a punt situation for Nebraska. That ball never gets close to a 1st down, and SMU goes back to work. It's Trey Caraway, but Eric Clark overthrows him just a touch on the flag route. 2nd and 10. Clark shotgun surveys, rolls right, looking for someone to throw to. Does not have anybody in particular, and unfortunately takes a sack there. You can see he tried to step up, maybe try to throw to the running back over the linebackers here, but there just wasn't enough time. As it is, it's 14-0 SMU here early. Facing 3rd and long. Shotgun high snap. Clark on the right hash rolls right. Surveys thrown deep to Drayton Anderson again, and this one is just slightly overthrown. So SMU is going to have to punt this football. Nebraska I formation, play action. They're going to go to the tight end, but they're not able to connect the dots there. That is incomplete. They're going to go right back to the I formation. Same type of action, and we read that one as well. Guess who? Janari Dixon records his 5th sack of the season, his 3rd tackle for loss in this game, and his 2nd sack of this game in as many drives. 3rd and 17 for Nebraska. Lawrence shotgun left hash. He's going to fire over the middle, has his man. Not able to bring that in. Good coverage there by Cordell Cruz. Is going to bring up a Nebraska punting situation. Clark left hash, rolls left. He's going to fire deep down the field to Drayton Anderson, who does it again. 2 weeks in a row where Drayton Anderson catches the ball and makes a DB feel really, really bad about himself. You could see Clark was pretty kind of a no man's land there, just fires it deep to Drayton Anderson. He hits him perfectly in stride, 60 yards down the field or 50 yards down the field, and Anderson does the rest. Just an incredible play. So Nebraska is now down 21-0 here to SMU on the road. They've got some work to do, and this offense needs to start figuring out some things in a hurry. 2nd and 10, double tight set. Hill, nope, that's not a good start. We blow that up. Evan Favors is all over that. It's going to bring up 3rd and 16, I formation. Lawrence under center is going to survey. He's going to throw over the middle. That is a fantastic pitch and catch there. It looked like we had the coverage, but they make the play. They get around the linebacker here, and a diving catch results in a 1st down for Nebraska. So 1st and 10. They're going to go back to Hill, who finds acres of space across the 40 and down to our 37-yard line. Nebraska's biggest run play of the game. And just like that, they're threatening to score. You see him hurdle a man and get good blocks downfield. Good-looking play by the Huskers there. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 at the SMU 37. Lawrence shotgun will go back to the screen, and Baker's not able to get anything going there. That one, once again, is blown up. That's a loss of 3. Nebraska I form under center. Lawrence firing left, and that one's deflected in the air, caught by Fuller. 10-5 touchdown. Stuff happens, man. Like, look like we have this defended pretty well. Fuller's also like a 97 or 98 overall receiver. I think he's overall-wise the 2nd best receiver in the country. Sometimes stuff happens, and it's a video game. So 21-7, Nebraska gets a little fortuitous, and we're going to go right back to work to Brian Holt, who gets a huge play down to the 35-yard line in Nebraska. So Nebraska gets a little bit fortunate on the touchdown, and we say, you know what, we're just going to go right back to work. We're not going to let that phase us or anything like that. And just like that, we're back on the fringe of field goal range. We go short to Freddie Wilson. Don't get much there. Good play by the linebacker, and there is a flag on the play. I'm going to see what it is. It is holding Mason Ward again, so that's 2 penalties in 2 weeks for Mason Ward. It's going to back us out and kick us out of field goal range. It's going to bring up 1st and 20. Clark, shotgun left hash, high snap. He's going to fire deep to Trey Caraway. And boy, that's usually a winning combination there. Big time catch for Trey Caraway. 1st and 20, immediate pickup. We run a little flag route here. We get him against the safety, and that's a mismatch. He gets the positioning, and that's a big time play down to the Nebraska 13. Clark, shotgun throw short to Trey Caraway, breaks a tackle, gets upfield, tries to spin, and that is really hard-looking 3 yards there. 2nd and 7, try to make this look easier. Freddie Wilson, he's got the speed, and he has the pylon. Touchdown, SMU Mustangs. Great response after a very a very weird touchdown drive by Nebraska, and it's 28-7 here late in the first half. Nebraska tries to pitch this ball to Hill, who gets some blocks, gets up across the 20, and is able to get down to the Nebraska 23-yard line, pick up a 7, and go back to the I form here. Play action Lawrence fires short to battle the fullback, and he is going to lose yards. Raheem Scott is all over that. Right back to the I form. Lawrence is going to fire over the middle, and that's a nice throw to Baker there. They found a little bit of space there in the secondary, pick up a nice gain, pick up a 16, and they're going to go right back to the fullback here, and Evan Favors lays the wood. Lawrence has got 7 completions in a row, but if they're going for this, I don't know if his fullbacks and his receivers are going to like it. That's a monster shot. I formation, play action. Lawrence rolls right. He's going to fire, and he's going to overthrow his receiver, Baker. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. 3rd and 9, shotgun. Lawrence right hash fires, has Baker, but he's short. He had to come back for the football and only picks up 3. So we get the ball back with a chance to do some damage here before halftime. Roll right, think about it, roll left, and throw this ball away, sort of. We got away with that one. Happy that it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun, Clark throws. He's got Isaac Jones, who cannot bring that one in either. Another drop for Isaac Jones. 3rd and 10. Is Nebraska going to get the ball back here late? The answer is no. They're going to call that inbounds for Trey Caraway. I think there's a question as to whether he actually got that foot down, but we will take it. 1st and 10 SMU. We're going to fire deep to Trey Caraway again, who's got a linebacker on him, and that's a mismatch. Normally we don't throw that ball if there's that tight of coverage. And I'm looking down and I'm like, that guy's kind of big. They don't want a linebacker on him. Yeah, I'm going to throw that ball to Trey Caraway. He beats the linebacker. Huge play down to the Nebraska 23. We go option left. Clark cuts up field, picks up a nice chunky yard there, picks up 5. 20 seconds left in the half. Clark going to fire to the right. Ooh, got a little bit lucky there. That one sometimes gets intercepted and goes the other way. So it's 3rd and 5. We try to set up a screen. They blow that up. We try to throw short, and they blow that up too. So we just decided to settle for a field goal, and we squeak it inside the right upright and make that field goal. It is good. It is 31-7. SMU here at halftime against Nebraska. So as opposed to last year, it was kind of a crazy back and forth affair, especially in the second half. We are in complete control here as we get the ball to start the second half. We immediately go back to our man Trey Caraway, already at 6 catches for 137 yards. We get him in wide open spaces down here. We got a little bit of a rub route and in the bunch formation. I love this thing in man because you can hit this right every once in a while, and there's just nobody out here. So just a really quick, easy throw, and that gets us all the way down to the Nebraska 33. Really easy, chunky yardage there. Clark under center is going to survey. He's going to fire deep into double coverage. Probably not a great idea. That one's incomplete. Lucky to get that one back. Not a smart decision. 2nd and 10. We go option left. Great pitch. Great block. Great juke. Spin move. 10-5. Jakari Brown finds blue. Touchdown, SMU. Look at this one, folks. You get the pitch, you get the juke, spins off a tackler, and then gets outside and shows off the wheels. This kid might be one of the most underrated running backs in the country. You throw the ball so much, but Jakari Brown in another system might be a 1,500-yard rusher. He's that good. Another great play from him. A big-time touchdown for us. It's 38-7. Nebraska goes back to work. That pass is deflected away past the tight end. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Shotgun. Lawrence going to survey throw left. He's got Jasmine, and Jasmine picks up a nice gain there, but he's going to bring up 3rd down. Goal line set. They're going to hand the ball off up the gut to Hill. That's not going to work. Our defensive front and our linebackers are too good these days for that to work. That would have been automatic a few years ago. Not anymore. We're going to go over the middle to Trey Caraway, who finds himself in space, has 30, and gets knocked down at the 34-yard line. Another nice gain there for Trey Caraway. Clark rolls left, throws it short to the halfback. Jakari Brown does not do this often. Catches the ball out of the backfield and picks up a nice gain there. 1st and 10 at our own 49. Clark's going to throw short, and that one is dropped by Trey Caraway. That was pretty hot to handle. 2nd and 10. We're going to throw to the right to Freddie Wilson in man coverage, who gets across the 45, cuts up, and just about got that 1st down. We'll see where they mark it. They actually gave it to him. 1st and 10. Jakari Brown finds some space, navigates, and gets up to about the 37-yard line. Pick up a 4. 2nd and 6, another run for Jakari Brown. Not much there as we kind of try to lean on Nebraska here a little bit with a 31-point lead. We throw short to Bryant Holt, is not able to bring that one in. So we're going to line up for 53 yards. Look at this one. That is dead perfect. What a kick by Keith Garcia. That one was perfect from 53. Would have been good from 60, folks. Great kick. And just like that, we're up 41-7. So Nebraska gets the ball. They had a clipping penalty on the return, and they have to start deep inside their own territory. It's 2nd and 7 at their own 11. They hand off to the fullback here, and after he catches a pass, breaks a couple, stutter steps, and mumbling, bumbling, stumbling down to the 19. They're going to pitch this ball off to Hill, who loses it all right back. Got to stop trying to run that play, Nebraska. 2nd and 16 at their own 13. Lawrence is going to fire short to Jasmine, who's had a nice little day here so far. He's got a few catches, but that's going to bring up 3rd and long. 3rd and 17 for Nebraska. Lawrence is going to fire to the left, and that, even if he catches it, there's just nowhere for that play to go. He catches it, but they come up short, and that's going to be another punt for Nebraska. So we get the ball back. We go to Clark, who's going to fire to Caraway, who gets position on his man. I thought that was going to get knocked away. Nope, he's good. Totally fine. Another big-time play for Trey Caraway. It looks like this is pretty good coverage, but he just makes a throw, and little 21-on-21 violence there. Trey Caraway wins that round. 1st and 10. Clark's going to roll. He's going to throw to the left. He's got Drayton Anderson, who tries to spin upfield and gets down to the 20-yard line. So 2nd and 4 here as we're near the end of the 3rd quarter. We're going to fire to the right. Drayton Anderson, nice catch and gets inside the 10. He's going to bring up goal to go. You see he's got 155 receiving yards. Good day for Drayton Anderson. We have a 41-7 lead here heading into the 4th quarter. It's all window dressing at this point. This has been an incredibly dominant affair and kind of continues our trajectory of playing better against the teams that are good on our schedule and looking a little bit bored against the teams that aren't. Jakari Brown takes the option pitch, touchdown SMU. That's going to wrap it up, folks. 48-7. SMU gets a dominant performance against the number 14 Nebraska Cornhuskers, who did not look like they belonged on the same field for long stretches of this game. They have incredible talent on the offensive side, but without that running attack, they looked pretty normal here down in Dallas. And we put our foot down here saying we're not going anywhere. We're the best team in this conference. We've beaten everyone you've thrown at us. You still got Kansas State and Missouri, but you're going to have to find somebody else because it's not happening so far. Dominant performance here. You're going to look at the numbers, 176 total yards for Nebraska. We outgained Nebraska by 400 yards. We outthrew them by 370 yards. Just a really dominant performance. We weren't even that good on 3rd down. We were 2 for 7. On 3rd down. Nebraska was 2 for 10. No turnovers in this game, so a pretty clean game overall, which you don't see that much in NCAA football 2006. We just dominated. We did the things that we had to do. We got big plays, and another huge day for Eric Clark, 21 for 34, 492, 3 touchdowns. Even Clemens got a pass in there. That's nice. Jakari Brown, a couple nice touchdown runs, but Trey Caraway, what do you say? 9 catches, 206 yards. Drayton Anderson, 155. Just a really dominant performance up and down. Really loved that performance. It's probably our best performance of the year. And we're going to need that type of mojo because we have a bye week, and then we go to Manhattan, Kansas against a team that gave us everything we wanted last year, and now we're going to their house in Manhattan, Kansas, and we're going to take a trip down to Aggieville. So I appreciate you tuning in. Hope you tune in for that one. We'll see you next time. Take care.